Page 21, Catch Me If You Can. Now we're moving around. We're going to talk about moving the hands. You'll get into the habit, and it'll just happen. It happens to everybody. Is when you're reading music, you get into the habit of looking ahead to see what's coming. Because a lot of times we have to prepare for what's coming. Like when you have to move the hand. You'd like to know beforehand you got to move the hand. You don't want to wait and say, oh, I got to move. It's too late by then. So we're kind of always looking ahead. And here it helps because they give you a whole note. So while you're holding the whole note down for 4 counts, that gives you time to look ahead and see what's coming. In this piece, it makes it a little easier. So let's look this over. We're using both hands now. We got treble and bass clef, 4/4 time signature. We're counting to 4 and we're counting quarter notes. And I see quarter notes and whole notes throughout. The right hand's going to play the top staff. The left hand's going to play the bottom staff, and that keeps everybody happy. So just right here at the start, and here in the left hand, it's kind of what we call a middle C position because both thumbs are sharing middle C. They have to take turns. They don't need them both on it. It's one or the other. It depends on which staff middle C is in. Right. At the beginning, it's here. The right hand gets middle C because the middle C is in the top staff. And then the left hand gets middle C. Now, while the left hand is doing this, you're looking at the next measure and you see, oh, both hands got to move. That ABA and that thingy, there's a note above the staff there. The both hands go up an octave. And octave means letter to letter. C to C, A to A, F to F, D to D, letter to letter. That's an octave. So what we want to do is we're just pretending that middle C instead of here is here on the piano. It just went up an octave. So instead of here, we're here. Both hands go up an octave. So in the 4th, 5th measure, you're playing it here, like so. Okay, how do we get there? Good question. These hand moves, we have to be very careful on piano. We figure them out. We practice hand moves. We have to because you can't mess up the beat because you're moving the hands around. So in the 4th measure, when I have a whole note here and I'm looking ahead and I see, oh, both hands have to go up. So since the right hand plays first, I'm going to get the right hand where it goes here and I'm going to play it. As I'm playing it, now I'll move the left hand up. See, I moved it one hand at a time. I always do that if I can. I don't like moving both hands at the same time. I don't want to go here and then suddenly here. No, please don't. When you can, you move one hand at a time, and because the right hand's playing first, you get it going, and then you can move the left hand up. And the same thing in measure 9, you got to go up 2 octaves higher than where you were. 2 octaves means higher than this. You go up another octave. Just pretend middle C is up here. So we're moving again. Well, that come up here, and as you're playing this, you're moving this. And you end up here. So I'm moving it one hand at a time. Now you'll see in the 3rd measure, on the first line on the top staff, there's a little note in there. This music doesn't do this. Normally you don't get notes in the middle of them. But they're telling you here, move the right hand up before the left hand can catch it. Well, first off, the left hand is never going to catch it. I'm not interested in that, but you are sharing middle C. You're here, and they say before the right hand before the left hand gets up there, move it up. I disagree. I say wait until you go to the whole note, and you're not doing anything. You're just counting. Then you can move it up. So I would wait until you get to the whole note before moving the hand. I would not move it while you're doing this. There's nothing wrong with it. You can do that. You can move it while you're playing here. And later on, you're going to need to. But I like to take the easiest approach. And that is, in this case, I'm going to wait for the whole note, and I'm not doing anything anymore but counting. Then I'm going to move up. Different ways of doing it. The book wants you to do it with the quarter, move while you're playing the quarter notes. I'm saying move while you play the whole note. Here. Do it however your teacher tells you to do it, though. It could be done either way. Now, when you get to the extremes here, or here, it's really important that you not lean if you can help it. You want to stay upright. All you do is you turn the body and you reach as best you can. Don't lean, because we're using weight to push them down, and when you lean, it throws you off balance and you can't control how much weight you're using very well anymore. So stay up and just reach. So when you're up here, reach, stay upright. Yeah. And don't be moving around on the stool either. It's just stay where you are. Learn to reach. So once I get the notes and the rhythms figured out, and I got the hand moves and all that stuff, then I'll go back and think about the dynamics. And this one, they only give you one, mezzo forte, sort of loud, sort of heavy. The note at the end, to lift gently and place your hands in your lap, that's darling. Just stop, just get off of it. Now, you don't need to keep your hands on the keyboard once you're done, because people, if they're listening to you, they don't know if you're really done yet. But if you remove your hands from the keyboard at least, okay, you're done, all right, we can clap now, or something like that. Whether you put them in your lap or not, I don't care where you put them. Just get them away from the keyboard so people know you're done. Now, the speed is lively. And lively is generally kind of quick. However, never go quicker than accurate. Be accurate in what you're doing. Don't go faster than that. So if you can't play it accurately fast, then don't play it fast. Slow it down. Teachers don't agree on that, by the way. Some say, I don't care. Just be lively. If you miss a note, don't worry about it. I go the other way. Don't miss a note, period. Let's play this together slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Off.